Item number 11, 2020-2021 Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report, also known as the CAPER. Mr. Ben Moody.
All right. Good evening, council members of the public. So I'm before you with an item that's not quite as exciting. And really this is, in the staff report, it called it out. It's a requirement every year to do an annual performance evaluation and have a public hearing to give an opportunity for the public to comment on how we allocate and how we spend the funds through the CDBG program. And so I'll power through it. It's in the intent is just as I stated, it tracks the city's progress. It's open to the public for comment and shows where we're at. And so with this year, one of the big things that changed for this year was we just lived through COVID and still are, but that affected how some of the money has been spent. But we're making progress on it. With the program year 2021, there was an allocation of $666,000 and change. That was programmed through the CDBG program to these different groups, I guess you'd say. We put it through the administration, to the Sutter Yuba Homeless Consortium, and through these various programs to spend that money is how it was identified. And so to the right on the expenditure side, you can see where we're at. And I'd be happy to answer any of those questions on the specific amounts on it. The expenditure, or one of the big highlights up there is the administration. And so historically what was going on with the administration amount is we were hitting the maximum, which is at 20%, and taking that off the top. But in reality, with the available staff and how we were charging ourselves for that administration, I never hit that amount. And so then we would go back through and allocate on the next budget cycle remaining funds. So I'd take the $50,000 off what we did with this cycle, and I expected to use about 70 at the end of the year. When we do a cleanup with the finance department, I took 50 off and we moved it over to our home program with Regional Housing Authority. And so that's a dollar amount that stands out. One of the other big ones that stands out is Maple Park Playground, which hits home to the last item, is that with the impacts with COVID, construction, and ordering the equipment, that's been delayed, but it's on track to be taken off the books in time. So how the funds that were used, 23 low-income, disabled, and senior households were assisted through Freed's home repair program, the housing rehabilitation, the rental units through the Regional Housing Authority. The money was authorized to rehab 7 sewer laterals along Garden Highway that they were repaired. Through the Homeless Consortium and their partners, they aided 752 low-income persons through the various partners that they have with Bridges to Housing, Central Valley Homelessness, Hands to Hope, and Salvation Army. And then also through the county's Better Way, they helped approximately 54 people over this last year with those funds. Public facility improvements, we annually have been allocating funds for permanent infrastructure to aid the disabled, which also aids improving the city's ADA compliance around the city in those allocated census tracts, those areas that are determined to meet the funding need. And through this program, we put an advertisement in the paper and on the website and out to the world that we're open for public feedback and comment. And so one of the keys with this CAPER annually is that we have the public hearing with the city council and we have a review period. And so that review period is open right now and we've not received any comment. So with that, the recommendation is to conduct the public hearing and approve the CAPER and adopt a resolution authorizing staff to submit the necessary documents. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, before I open up the public hearing, any questions from the council? All right. Public hearing for the 2020-2021 Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report, the CAPER, is now open. If there are any members of the public who would like to address the council on this issue, please provide your statement via public comment. State your name and address for the record. Do you have anybody from the public that would like to speak on this? Anybody online?
No public comment.
All right. Hearing no further comment on this issue, I'm closing the public hearing, bring the matter back to the council. Council?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move the adoption of the resolution approving the 2021 CAPERS, authorizing staff to submit all necessary documents to the U.S. HUD.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Espandola, second by Vice Mayor Shaw. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, item 11 passes unanimously. Item 12, Green Means Go program, nomination of green zones.